Reality is simpler than the mind makes it. Thoughts move, awareness doesn't. There's a quiet, steady presence that notices the room, the body, the sounds, and even the movement of the mind. You don't have to create this presence. It's already here when you stop adding extra commentary. While we talk, you may catch a soft gap between thoughts, nothing special, just a plain second that doesn't need a story to exist. You're still here in that second. The world is still here. Let the attention touch the hands, the chest, the belly. Just feeling, not analyzing. When you relate to experience this way, you're not trapped inside the thinking. You're the space that thinking happens in. You're not spacing out. You're seeing clearly. From here, thought becomes a tool again, not a cage. Before thought, a simple way to taste this is to notice the gap between two thoughts. Don't stretch for it. Let the next breath come and go. Thoughts appear, and for a brief moment they pause. In that pause, you are still here. The world is still here. Bring attention into the body while you notice this space. Feel the aliveness in your hands, your chest, your belly. Don't analyze the feeling, sense it. This quiet attention shifts you from being lost in thinking to watching the thinker. The mind continues, but you are more like the screen than the movie. Pain and pressure in life often grow because we resist what we feel. We push feelings down, argue with them, or act them out. None of these helps for long. There is a cleaner move. Let the feeling be exactly as it is, without trying to fix it in the first seconds. Let the tightness in the throat be tight. Let the heat in the chest be heat. Let it be exactly how it is for 10 breaths. Then act. Allowing is not agreeing with the stories attached to the feeling. You're not telling yourself a new tale. You're dropping the fight with a raw sensation. When the fight drops, the nervous system stops adding extra fuel. Then the energy moves on its own. Letting go isn't a trick word. It's a direct physical release. The body understands it. Action becomes wiser after the release because you're no longer choosing from panic. As you practice this kind of allowing, you'll notice that certain moods pull the mind in predictable directions. Fear tightens the view, anger hardens it, grief slows it, acceptance opens it. None of these is a moral judgment. They're natural patterns in experience. When you give a feeling honest room, the pattern lifts into a clearer state on its own timetable. You don't force it. You create good conditions for it. The result is practical. Decisions become simpler. You answer the email you were avoiding. You apologize where needed. You make the call. You rest when you're tired. You set a boundary without drama. You're not chasing a perfect mood. You're moving from a steady base that's already present before any mood. Now consider what the world itself might be. The usual view says the brain makes consciousness and awareness is a byproduct of meat and electricity. That story solves some problems, yet it leaves a gap. How does a physical process produce the simple fact of being aware? Another view says awareness is primary, and the brain is more like a filter or tuner. Think radio. The broadcast is awareness. The brain is the tuner shaping one station you experience as my life. If this matches your life, write yes below. I read them. It helps me decide what to make next. This view also explains why there is a shared world with stable rules, and why each person still experiences it a little differently. We may be local perspectives inside one larger mind-like reality, not separate bubbles sealed off from each other. This doesn't mean the world is imaginary in a casual sense. or that you should ignore practical facts. A hot stove still burns. A contract still matters. Gravity still pulls. The point is that all of these are known as experiences in awareness. We're not bypassing reality. We're meeting it from steadiness. When you see this, you stop trying to use thought to get behind awareness. The way a hand tries to hold itself, it can't be done. You are the one who knows, not an object to be known. You can check this for yourself. Try to find the one who is aware. You can find the body. You can find a thought about me. You can find a feeling of I. But the actual knower is not an object in front of you. It's the open capacity in which the search occurs. When you stop hunting for yourself as a thing, you naturally rest as the noticing itself. That rest is not dull. It's alert and simple, like seeing the sky after staring at one cloud. This resting as the witness changes how identity works. Roles remain. You are still a parent, a partner, a worker, a friend. The difference is, you don't make those roles carry your entire worth. They're functions that appear and pass in awareness. When a role ends or changes, you feel it fully, but you don't collapse. The base presence remains. Yesterday I snapped at someone. Before fixing it, I felt the heat in the chest for 10 breaths. Then I said, "That was mine. I'm sorry." That order matters. This also softens how you see other people. If they hurt, it isn't only their problem. You feel the same field in which both of you appear. Kindness stops being a performance. It becomes the natural response of one viewpoint in a shared reality to another viewpoint in the same reality. You don't have to like everyone to treat them with basic care. You only have to remember what you are and what they are beneath the surface. Awareness, having a human experience, don't fix. Feel first. None of this asks you to live in a cave. It fits daily life. When you wake up, notice the first clean second before the storyline boots up. That second is presence. When you shower, feel the water directly. When you walk, place attention in the soles of your feet. When you eat, taste the food without screens. During a conversation, sense the space in your chest and let the other person finish their sentence. When a strong emotion hits, give it 10 honest breaths of room before you speak or send anything. If a choice feels tangled, rest attention in the body and ask, what is the next simple step that does no harm? Then take that step. These aren't rituals. They're small ways of letting awareness be primary and thought be helpful. You will still make mistakes. You will still get lost in the mind sometimes. That's fine. When you notice you're lost, that noticing happens in the same presence we've been talking about. You're already back. No punishment is needed. If repair is needed, repair. If an apology is needed, apologize. If a boundary is needed, set it. The tone of your actions will be different because you're not defending a fragile image. You're acting from the steady base that's here even when you forget it. Over time, this base starts to feel familiar, like coming home. It doesn't remove the weather of life, but it keeps you from mistaking the weather for who you are. So what is reality in practical terms? Reality is awareness and whatever appears in it right now. The models we build are useful tools for navigating the appearance. They help us fly planes, cure illnesses, and plan our days. They don't replace the basic fact that everything known is known in awareness. When you give this fact your attention, life simplifies. You stop fighting every thought and feeling. You allow what is present to be present. You let go of the extra struggle that comes from trying to control what can't be controlled. You respond from clarity instead of reactivity. You discover that peace isn't the absence of problems, but the absence of the extra story that you must be completed by outcomes. You are already the openness in which outcomes arise. Start right now, before the next thought. Notice the quiet presence that is hearing these words. Feel the aliveness in your chest. Let whatever emotion is here be here without a fight. If a question appears, ask from the inside. Who is aware of this? Don't hunt for an answer in the head. Rest as the noticing. Let thought serve what is true instead of covering it. Keep living your ordinary life from this base. That is enough.